Sabri Suby joins me now in the studio.
I really look at business as an incredible vehicle to really make good and make change in the world.
So you and I have a similar background in the sense that we both grew up in sales. For those people that particularly might not have that background, what are your advice to the folks that are starting a business, but they've never done phone calls, they've never done door knocking? Because sales is crucial. We got to agree that sales it's the heartbeat of running a company. So I find oftentimes people that don't have that background, they struggle. So do you have some advice for those folks? Do you have some things that they can start executing immediately to get
find a business partner that can sell, otherwise you're gonna have a hard gig, right? You basically, the way that I look at it, there's two ways to go about it. One, either you find a business partner that knows how to sell like crazy, or two is that you really dedicate yourself to becoming a master at sales, because it's not one of those things where you can outsource. Like, you have to understand how to do it. Even if you're gonna hire salespeople, how do you know they're doing well? How do you coach them? How do you train them? And unless you know how to do that, you're gonna have a very, very tough gig, right? Because that is sales is the lifeblood. It's the oxygen that fills the lungs of a business. And it's not like, oh, let me just go and just focus just on the product. Like, there's people that have the best products that are broke, right? And that's more common than people who don't have a great product that then know how to sell that product, right? And I'm definitely not of the belief of, you should just be really good at sales and you should be peddling a shit product. That is the opposite of what I'm about. I'm all about, how do I create a product that is 10 times better than anybody's product on the market, right? And really, really think about that and meditate on it and make it incredible, and then aggressively market the living shit out of that product, right? So it's not either or in my book, it's both. And you have to know how to do both. But if I had to only pick one, it would be the sales piece.
Yeah. So you're saying that, sales is the North Star of a business. It's the main thing that's gonna put money on the table. And again, sales skills comes with a lot of ability to negotiate. You're not going to get pushed around by clients as much. You're not going to get, people aren't going to shortcut you on the price and things like that. So I think that general sales tactics and methods are going to help anyone in business. And I think anyone that runs a business that thinks that sales is not helpful, like you said, is like a blind squirrel trying to find a nut. It's not.
Yeah, and let's clarify on that, right? It's not like, when we're talking about sales, we're not just talking about going out into the marketplace and doing a transaction for money. Like, we're talking about recruiting people into your company when it's just you working out of your bedroom, right? We're talking about negotiating contracts for your offices. And there's it all comes down to communication and sales. And it's not like even once somebody is within your organization that your job stops. Like, you need to always be selling your vision. You need to be selling the future and what's to come down, like the pipeline and stuff that you're working on and where you're trying to take that company, and keeping people sold and engaged on what it is that they do. But there's one thing that trumps all of these things that we're discussing, and it's really having the ability to sell yourself, right? Because, all entrepreneurs suffer from the shiny object syndrome. They're looking at their other friend's business and going that would be so much easier. That e-com business would be so much easier to run to this business, or that consulting business would be so much easier to run. Or what about Bitcoin or Dogecoin? Let me go all in on these things. It's like people always looking for that easy path, that shiny object to take themselves. And the people that do that, they haven't sold themselves on what they're doing. And that's the most important thing to do every single day, is to get sold on the opportunity that you're working on right now. Because if you're not sold, you can't sell your team, you can't sell clients, you can't sell anybody because you're not sold. And that's realistically the most important thing that you can focus on.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. We're dropping a video like this almost every single day on YouTube. And if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments box below with hashtag HeySabri, and I'll do my best to get in there and get that answered.